me laugh one more time. So,
You made yourself laugh.
this is our FIFA week 3, and I'm going to be telling you what we did this week. So, a brief explanation of what we have all done this week. So, first things first, we did a workout with Leanne. After that,
Can you keep it together?
God! Stop!
All I did was cough. What's wrong with you? Right, guys.
Welcome to our VIVA. This is our week 3, so I'm going to tell you what we did this week. On the first week,
What do you mean on the first week? We're supposed to be doing a week 2, I think.
Right, guys, brief explanation of what we've done this week.
Okay, brief explanation of what we did this week.
Well, on Monday we were carrying on with our modules, and I think we were going over the second module, which I believe was the imagination. And what Tom made us do is that we had to sort of think on the floor about sort of just imagining the scene and sort of how we would act within that scene. So that's what we did with Tom.
And on Tuesday we had Hayley, and she helped us with improv. Yeah, she helped us with improv a little bit more. So the activity she wanted us to do was to go into the middle of the stage, and she would give us a location, say for example a funeral, and without communicating, we just had to show Hayley that we're in a funeral. And you did particularly good at that because you thought outside the box.
Yeah, we have to add in the detail.
Yeah, so what I did was, which Hayley loved, some people were playing dead, and I played I played a song, like Ascended to Heaven. Everyone else was crying. Everyone else was crying and all that sort of stuff, but I was Ascended to Heaven, and John told them.
I was a murderer.
Yeah, so he was like in the corner looking very suspicious, like he was the murderer, like he's the one who killed someone. And Hayley loved the idea. One of my weaknesses was actually trying to get the role, trying to show Hayley that I was that character. And by doing that, I actually had to show physically, I'm so ascended to heaven. Other than that, I was fine with that. On Thursday, we had Thursday? Yeah, we had Hayley, that was it. We had Hayley first. Yeah, we did that. She told us to walk around the space, and she would say it's winter, it's summer, and we had to show her that we're out on the sun, sand, and our feet, and that sort of stuff. It's hard, but we're going. We also had Carly. We looked at voice. We looked at our vowels.
Vowels and articulation.
Yeah. We looked at the drums. So we looked at our vowels. We looked at long vowels and long impossibles. What's the opposite of a vowel? What's the other one?
Consonant.
Consonants. Yeah. We looked at long consonants as well, and we were just reading them out, and that was more or less what we did. We learned as well that our posture counts as well. So if we have a bad posture, it can affect the way how we speak. So if you are not relaxed, or if your jaw ain't relaxed,
If your jaw ain't slack.
yeah, something like that, then it can affect the way how you speak.
Oh, did you talk about the tongue touching the teeth and the lips?
Yeah, she talked
In the video. Alright, so basically, who was it again? What's her name? No, wasn't that right actually? Okay, I think this is a different lesson.
Oh.
Sorry about that. Ignore what I said.
Okay, so what else we have on Thursday? At the end of the lesson, we had Leanne, and she gave us these monologues. She gave us monologues to do.
Yeah.
And we had to, she was basically telling us now that we need to learn these monologues, and because we're going to perform them, and it's going to be 30 seconds long. She gave me 2 monologues to do that she feels that would best suit me and best suit everyone else.
Well, when do you go like that?
Because I was going.
Inclusive.
Okay, fine. And on Friday, finally, we had Gary, and we looked at basically auditions. It's like how we go into an audition and how we're supposed to answer the question that we've been given. So for example, they will ask you weird questions such as, can you swim? And the best thing to do, because I know they will ask you.
They also ask you what's your inside leg measurement.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're supposed to know that. You know what I mean?
But if you don't know,
They ask you questions to throw you off guard.
yeah.
Yeah, like throwing you off a bridge.
Yeah.
Basically, they asked me a question that was kind of weird. They said to me, what's your head? No, they said to me, what's your head size? So I told them.
What did you say?
I said I have a big head. It's true.
You said you have a big head?
Yes. And
mate.
Gary started laughing, and that counts as a question. That counts as an answer, I mean.
That's pretty jokes.
But one thing that he told us to do, which is very important, is to not lie. If they start you a question, can you ride a horse? Can you swim? Be honest and say no, because what are the chances you get that part and they ask you to ride a horse or swim? It's not.
What are you gonna do?
It's
You're
not
just gonna ride a horse.
So that's what we basically did this week. Does anyone answer the second question?
I think Luke would like to answer that. I'll answer the second question.
Okay.
So, what specific techniques and skills have we acquired? Well, let me tell you about that. I'd say for specific techniques, I'd say we learned how to not lie on a audition. Actually, that's a bit of a skill, actually. I'd say for, I think you should take this one.
Okay. One specific skills I learned, basically, what skill have I learned today? Not today, last week. One skill which I learned is that I need to fix my posture from delivering a speech. Because if I'm slouched, arms like that, and I don't warm up my jaw, and I'm supposed to be talking,
It's gonna fit the sound, isn't
It's
it?
gonna fit
Let's
the
be
sound.
real. Come on.
whereas if I warmed up, jaw, tongue, everywhere my body's all warmed up, then I'll be able to speak loud and clear. So
Yeah.
the whole audience
I know.
can hear me.
It's as easy as that,
And
guys.
you need to articulate your words.
Yeah, Jacob, you have something to say?
Yeah, so when it came to the techniques and skills, I guess it's sort of we've gained a skill in how to actually do one of those, what's it called? It began with an I.
Igloo. Wait, no, not igloo.
When we were doing that thing with Gary and
Indices.
it was before an audition.
In science.
Intestines.
No, it wasn't that.
I know what you're talking about, but I forgot the word.
I swear it's igloo.
No, I didn't. It was inter something.
Into you.
It's something like that.
Idol. It wasn't an idol.
I don't know.
Idol. It was idol. It was idol.
Islands. Oh yeah. It's islands. Islands.
So basically, we gained the skill in how to sort of do the item and sort of be more confident when doing the item. So, and I think I did pretty well with that.
The next one, how are those specific skills better to you as an actor or performer? Well, do you want to answer that?
Tina should answer this one. She hasn't
Talk
answered it yet.
about Gary, what the like.
Well, I think that we're learning stuff that maybe some of us didn't do before, or experiencing some things that we didn't do before. We've all experienced now sort of the atmosphere of a audition room for when you do your performance well. And also, as a group, we've all done some things last week that we didn't really do much of before. So we've done freeze frames and stuff as ensembles from improvisation.
Yeah.
I agree with what Luke said.
Yeah.
How has your independent research benefit your learning this week?
Oh, I got this one. Sorry. Independent research. Well, it's an interesting thing. You stop laughing, please. I'd say. Thank you very much. I'd say that with my independent research, I researched about auditions, and I watched some, and I begin to see a pattern of people coming into the audition room and kind of being like, you know, kind of like laid back, kind of slouch kind of thing. And then the casting director, he'd look at them and he'd go, nah, I don't think I want you. Just because of the way they walk in the room. So as you can see, my research about auditions helped me in Gary's lesson.
I think the main thing is just to be confident and be yourself. Don't try to be someone who wants to be said. So I respect that.
Gotta be yourself.
Exactly, main thing. What are your specific strengths over the week? So what were any of you guys' strengths this week?
I would say that my strength was my improvisation.
Why was that a strength?
I think that when it came to the freeze frames as a group, I think I sort of just clocked onto what I should be in the scene.
You didn't like think about what everyone else is doing. You thought about, okay, they're doing that. What can I do?
Yes.
I think for me, like when we were sort of like doing those warm-up games, like the EastEnders, Zip Zap Boing, I think that really sort of improved my
Get out of my house. You're not my mom.
Yeah, that thing.
Yeah, that one.
Any of your
I
strengths?
think that really did like sort of increase my confidence with the people in the class. I'm still struggling to have good confidence, but I think it did help me at least.
That's good. That's always good.
I mean, you have improved a lot.
Yeah, you pick it up on this.
Tina, any strengths you had this weekend? I mean, last weekend?
I think my strength was the work with team.
Work with?
With the team.
What group work?
Team group.
Oh, you mean the improv thing with Haley?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
It was a good teamwork effort, and I think what was good about it was that we didn't actually talk about it, we just did it. Like, we just knew.
Yeah.
Just got on with it, connected together, created.
I think that was my strength as well.
Incredible
was teamwork. What are your areas of development? What do you like?
Ooh.
I think my focus.
I
I think I
agree
need
with that one. I resonate. I really agree.
I think a lot of us need to improve on our focus and our professionalism when it comes to like doing like things like VIVAs and that. And
Well, I'd say that my focus has been impeccable. Like, as soon as we turn it on, I'm ready to go. I'm just in it, in the moment, ready to go, straight away, no issues. However, I feel like some of the people in this little group here, I feel like they just don't have the same mindset as me. You just can't teach that kind of talent. You know what I mean?
we've all just got to stay focused and concentrate.
Well, some of us have got to stay focused. I wouldn't single out the
as
whole.
well, when we did the improv, that some of us need to concentrate because once
We're very chatty class.
we're very chatty.
Some of us are very chatty.
We're all very chatty.
Some of us are very chatty.
Basically, yeah. And the final question,
So
Jake,
can I
I
just
thought-
add something to something I want to improve on? I really want to get better at like learning my lines because I feel like I always like still struggle to learn them. And I think I really saw that last week when I was even just practicing at home. So I think maybe if I did a lot more learning those lines, I would do better.
Do you think you struggle with like bigger pieces?
Yeah.
shorter
And
pieces
duologues
are
especially.
short pieces.
I feel like with shorter pieces, I don't really have to look at it, it just goes to my brain.
Duologues are actually more simple because you have like a partner to go with and all that. But if you get like a long monologue to do, that's when it gets challenged, right? I get what you mean.
But I think like in general, I do need to get better at my duologues rather than my monologues because I think I can remember more lines when it comes to monologues than actual duologues. So
I think
any weaknesses?
now we're perfect.
No,
Alright, that
I'm
was.
perfect.
So you're perfect.
Yeah,
Oh,
I completely
she's
agree.
perfect.
Okay, I think that wraps it up.
No, we've got one more question. How would you ensure to work on those? Well, you already said that.
sorry, I didn't quite catch
So
that.
how would you ensure to work on your developments? You already said that.
Oh,
You
yeah,
just
yeah.
keep
Just-
memorizing.
Just keep memorizing and
Hold it
practicing.
along.
Yeah, like set a target for like how much per day, maybe an hour even, you know, just learning those lines and getting there.
I think the best thing to learn lines is to read it 10 times a day, as Leanne says. Just keep reading over and over again, and then it will just get stuck in your head.
I agree.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think to improve on
You're right.
To improve on what?
to improve on my focus, I need to when I go into a lesson, I've got to wipe everything out of my mind.
To avoid all distractions.
Good on you,
avoid.
Dad.
Yeah, thanks. Avoid all distractions and don't lose focus because of other people's being distracted.
See, I felt that's quite hard though, because we know it distracts you. You know, it might be quite hard to kind of distance yourself because you're so close to that person. Yeah.
What about you? What about you?
Nothing really. I'm just really good.
I think
I'm good. Well, one thing I can say for me is, what am I areas of weakness? Oh yeah, I said it was my improv. I said my improv and my practice audition with Gary. Gary said it was great, but I feel like I could have been like more confident, so like more quicker. Like when they asked me questions, because I was thinking like, so if they asked me a question, I was thinking like, what answer should I say? I need to be quick like that. So I think just watch other auditions, as you said as well, and then I'll be fine.
I think that wraps it up, guys. Thanks for watching. Subscribe down below.
Carry on.
I've actually got another weakness for me.
Oh, sorry about
Yeah, sorry. In Gary's lesson, when we were doing the walking on, facing the camera and all that stuff, I was out of position because I was too focused on what he was saying and I was actually.
So how do you feel like you improve that?
Just got to be aware of myself.
That's a valid point.
I think I just want to like go back on another question. So this might take a bit more time, but I just want to like go back on what I did well, and I thought that maybe in Gary's lesson, when I was like the first one to actually, because we were recapping stage movements, and I think I did well, sort of having that confidence of going first, and going first for me is something that is quite big, and I sort of like stepped over that line, or conquered it when we were in that lesson, so
Yeah.
Well done.
You did good. I remember you were the first one as well.
Yeah, I remember.
Wait, which one?
In Gary's
Gary's
lesson,
lesson.
we did the
Last
first
week.
recording.
Friday.
Big dazzle.
You know when you said when I was like tasting the floor, I had to follow Gary.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, he was the first one.
Yeah.
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 So I feel like that's it. Yeah. So thank you for watching, and see you later.